Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So at the end of each season, I like to do this type of video where I talk about my most addictive fragrances at the moment, meaning fragrances that I've used the most in the last probably 3 months. Because we always plan what we're gonna wear each season, but how do things actually turn out? This is what this video is about. So let me randomly pull out the first fragrance, and interestingly enough, I pulled a fragrance that I've also worn a ton last summer. It was definitely my most used fragrance last summer, and that is Pineapple from Dolce & Gabbana. Now, let me just start by saying this. I know some people get upset when I feature fragrances that have been discontinued. And I know this doesn't only happen to me. Some people choose not to showcase products that have been discontinued. But I'm sorry. Like, if I have it and I use it, I'm still going to showcase because, yes, it is very difficult to find these days. I get it. But you can still find it sometimes on a gray market, or maybe someone else is selling it. B, maybe there is someone else who has this fragrance that has forgotten about it, and this will be a reminder to pull it out and use it. So, forgive me, but I don't see a problem showcasing fragrances that have been discontinued. I'm just showing you what I'm addicted to, what I have been using, whether it's discontinued or not. This is a fragrance that I have in my collection, so I'm thrilled that I'm using it. And so, anyways, going back to this one, well, pineapple, yes, it is a pineapple. There are more notes in here than just pineapple, of course. There are some citruses in here, maybe even some florals, but essentially this smells like a pineapple. It's very light, very airy, very kind of effervescent scent. It's very, very mass appealing. It's not the type of pineapple that will, punch you in the face. It works in the heat. It works in a slightly cooler weather, let's say in the evening. It's just amazing. Now, it doesn't have good performance at all. It disappears quite quickly, but because I have this huge bottle, I don't mind overspraying, and if I need to top it up throughout the day, that's okay too. So yeah, I'm not surprised that I'm still addicted to the scent because, like I said at the beginning, this was my most used, hands down, most used fragrance last summer as well. Next two fragrances I'm going to show together because they are from the same house, and that is Leisure in Paradise and Pacific Park from Simone Andreoli. Now, Pacific Park you probably haven't seen yet, or maybe you've seen in some video, but I haven't hauled this one for sure, but I did add it to my collection. I sampled it previously, and of course Leisure in Paradise you have seen. Both of them are new to me this year, and I have been using both of them a lot interchangeably this summer. I mean, you can see I've made a dent in each one already, and I really, really enjoy these scents. I mean, I don't know, Simone Andreoli fragrances just do something to me, This one, Leisure in Paradise, is a really beautiful kind of sweet tropical scent, and Pacific Park is also sweet, but this is more like fruity cotton candy type of scent. Also beautiful. Can't even tell you which one I like more. I've been enjoying both of these. I mean, neither one is, overly complicated or overly unique. No, but I just enjoy those types of scents in the summer. And so, yeah, I have been using them. As far as performance goes, I would say that actually Leisure in Paradise is probably, out of the scents that I have, is probably the worst performing scent, as it turns out. Pacific Park performs on par with Malibu, where, if I overspray, it has a pretty decent performance. This one is probably the worst, but it's not terrible to the point where I can't use it. You know, I just have to overspray it more than the other ones. And so yeah, these ones I've been addicted to all summer. Next one. This is kind of a resurrection of an all-time favorite that I've neglected for a number of summers, and I pulled it out this summer and I've been loving it. And I have no idea why I pushed it aside. This is Cassiopeia from Tatiana Transy. I think I mentioned it in one of my summer videos that I filmed this year. I don't remember which one. And this kind of reminded me about this scent, and I started using it, and I've been loving it because this scent features the note of passion fruit, and kind of my go-to scent for the past year for passion fruit has been Tony Iommi from Xerjoff, but that one is like such a powerhouse, like sweet, potent, earthy, you know, passion fruit with patchouli. This one is a very different type of passion fruit because this is very soft and airy, and there's no earthiness to it. You know, it's a little bit musky. It's very, very mouth-wateringly sweet, but in a very gentle way. And yet this has excellent performance still. And I have been reaching for this one so much. Even my family is surprised how much I've been wearing this scent because they haven't seen it in my rotation for a few years. So yeah, Cassiopeia from Tatiana Transy has been in heavy rotation this summer. Since we're talking about all-time favorites, let me bring up another one that is kind of has a similar story to Cassiopeia. I've had it for a really long time, and I've always loved it, and that's why I never decluttered it. But for some reason, the past few years, I haven't really reached for it all that much. But this year, something happened. I've used it once, and I fell in love with it all over again. And I have been using it so much. This is Monterey Couture from YSL. I mean, this bottle was relatively full, and I put quite a dent this summer. This is a fruit scent. You know, it has a lot of fruits. It has some florals too, but to me, it's more fruity. It has a lot of patchouli as well, a little bit of musk, and I don't know, something about it that really works for me as well. Like for me, this is kind of in a way an easy reach scent, you know, when I just want something uncomplicated and easygoing, and I really enjoy fruits and I really enjoy patchouli. And so for me, it's a perfect combination. And yeah, I've been enjoying it so much, spraying it like non-stop, really non-stop. Again, this is where my family is surprised, like, oh my god, why are you using this one again? My husband told me a few times, like, you've just used it, use something else. But I just can't help it. I've been enjoying it so much. So this is definitely one of my addictions in the last few months. Another fragrance that has been in very heavy rotation this summer is Pink Me Up from Atelier de Ores. Again, I'll show you the dent. I mean, you know, for me, having over 200 bottles, this is a significant dent. And both my daughter and I have been loving this scent. Yeah, she asks to wear it quite often, and I love it as well. It's, again, this kind of fruity, champagne-y, very slightly irisy, lipsticky type of scent, which I don't usually like when there is this lipstick vibe in a fragrance, but it just pairs so beautifully with these red berries. Is it raspberry in here? I think it's raspberry. And with a little bit of this bubbly, sparkly nature. And yeah, it's just beautiful. It's such a girly, happy scent. Just absolutely love it. My daughter loves it as well. And you know, surprisingly, at first, I thought, I don't know why, I just thought this would have a pretty poor performance, but I have to say it's very decent on this fragrance. I mean, it's not a beast by any means, but it's quite decent for this, you know, kind of fruity, champagne-y type of scent. Yeah, definitely not bad. So yeah, I've been loving this one. And another one that actually kind of gives me a similar vibe to Pink Me Up, although they are very different, is Angel Nova from Mugler. Another new fragrance to me. I mean, new as, you know, I've added it to my collection sort of end of spring, beginning of summer. And yeah, I've been using this one a ton as well. This also has like, I think red berries, but obviously, you know, there is some patchouli in here as well. So that's kind of the main difference between this and Pink Me Up, whereas Pink Me Up doesn't have that patchouli element. This one does. And this one is even better performer, of course, you know, as you would expect with Mugler. And again, I have been loving it. There has been a definite resurrection of the House of Mugler in my collection. I have been enjoying a number of his scents, rediscovering them this year. And this is really the one that inspired this resurrection. And yeah, this has been used a ton. Okay, let's go to the one that is always in heavy rotation in the summer. This doesn't surprise anyone anymore. Ever since I purchased this fragrance, this has been an absolute must in the summer. That is Keep Glaze from the House of Oud. I love this scent. I know for some people it's a little bit sharp, it's a little bit synthetic. Yes, it's not the most natural smelling scent. I will agree with that, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me. This is this mango dessert with some whipped cream and mango and lemon and maybe some strawberries. And it's just so delicious and so refreshing. Like, it's sweet. It's quite sweet, but it's also quite refreshing at the same time, which is why I think it is perfect for the summer. Again, performance is outstanding, and yeah, I just love it. For me, it works. It's yeah, it's my favorite, the House of Oud fragrance, although there is a new contender on the market. We'll talk about that in the new video. But yeah, I've loved this one for years, and yeah, I use it every summer, so definitely no surprises here. Okay, we have two more left, and you know, obviously, I hope you realize, I'm sure you realize that I use many other fragrances outside of these ones. It's just that these ones I've used the most. You know, I can't show you absolutely everything that I've used in the summer, but these ones I've used multiple times. So the next one is Trajan from Electimus. Yeah, again, there is a dent in this one. And this is, I mean, putting it simply, you know, it's, in my opinion, a much better version of Baccarat Rouge, a version that works for me. It has these amazing, juicy, sweet citruses, and it doesn't have the cloying sweetness of 540, and there's just something a little bit fresher and a little bit lighter and a little bit different about this fragrance. It's for those that don't get along with BR 540. I think this is just a much smoother, better blended version of that fragrance, and I absolutely love it. This is the one I share with my husband. He enjoys it as well and wears it, and so it's a definite hit. And yeah, it's been used a lot. And that brings me to the last one on this list. And this is another kind of newer addition to my collection that I hold maybe a few months ago. And that is Tales from Zanzibar, from Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. I think I finally remember the name of the house. And this is kind of a gorgeous, tropical, limey, coconut, guava type of scent. It's the one that just a little bit replaced my Malibu from Simone Andreoli this summer. Now, don't get me wrong, I still used Malibu plenty, but I think I've used this one a little bit more just because it's a newer fragrance and it gives me a similar vibe, but in a different way. You know, I don't think this is identical or even similar to Malibu. Like these are very much two standalone fragrances, but it just gives that kind of vibe a different twist, you know? And it's I don't know, it's a little bit maybe punchier, a little bit sharper, but in the best possible way. So yeah, Tales from Zanzibar, loving it. I love the little, it has a bit of tartness to it, which is maybe that kind of edge that I'm referring to, and I really enjoy it. And then that freshness from the lime, and there is some coconut and beautiful juicy guava. And yeah, again, excellent performance on this one. So fantastic fragrance. I know there is a new one from this house that just came out, something Paradise, I think. I can't remember the name. I think it's a mango scent. I really want to try that. I haven't found it yet. Might have to sample it first, but really curious about it. If you've tried it, please let me know what you think about it. But so far, this one was great in the summer. Really enjoyed it. So there you go. These are the fragrances that I have used the most and enjoyed the most in the past 3 months. These have been my latest obsessions. Please share with me what have been your summer obsessions this year. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe, and to comment. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.